Recording started.
Okay, you can stop it now.
Let everyone know that they're being recorded. I'm just gonna let it roll and then I can edit out the front end.
Good.
Because last time that's what happened.
I just want to clarify on the cameras on. So we'll camera off, and then once Rick introduces me, then I'll go camera on, and then you'll have my 12 minutes talking back. And then when you go to the next person, I'll turn it back off. Correct? That's the way we want to do it.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right.
And you don't have a certain time you have to talk for, just, I would say, just talk until you feel like you've said everything. And we'll try to have some organic
Susan's going to ask some
but-
questions besides when the introduction. I'm going to kind of, there'll be a lead off question that I can kind of just get into. Okay. Perfect.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to make sure we have our phone here. Feel free to do whatever you need to do. Dan.
Is that the Oval Office? What is that?
There's Dan.
What's that?
Dan.
What's up?
Life is good.
Oh, Rick, I do see recording has started.
Yeah, recording is started and people are coming in.
How was Mexico, Susan?
Oh, well, I'll call you after. I'm having PTSD. I'll call you after.
You'll get it done. It'll be good.
Dan, I'm still here. I'm back home. That's how it went.
Just a lot of siestas during construction time.
You're gonna. Hey, Brookie.
Hi, Brooke.
Hi. How are you?
Brooks in the mobile office.
Hey, yo, here I am. Car office, per usual.
Nice.
Well, it's technically 12:31. You want me to start?
Okay, we can start. If Dan and Brooke, if you could turn off your cameras and just listen in, that would be fabulous.
Well, Brooke can keep hers on. She's cute. I'll turn mine off because I'm ugly.
Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and start. Oh yeah, so we just asked that everybody turn their cameras off and mute yourselves so that we don't hear anything in the background there. And then we'll start. So good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to BOMA Talks, an hourly monthly series where we will get to know and learn from fellow BOMA Metro Detroit members. This special series will help us grow our network and colleagues and build lasting relationships. My name is Star Masella, and I'm a property manager at Liberty Property and Asset Management.
And my name is Susan Light. I'm I can't talk today. I'm the business development manager at Garter World Security Services. And as co-chairs of BOMA's Metro Detroit's Communication Committee, we will be your BOMA Talk hosts for today. BOMA Talks is part of the Sponsor Partner Program, and we want to give a special thanks to our cornerstone sponsor, Spartan Paving, and our supporting sponsor, Belfour USA. We would like to give a huge thank you to all of our members for joining us today. So let's get started.
Okay. This month, we have the privilege to introduce you to our March BOMA Talk members, Jason Clay from the Friedman Group, Kirk Van Mermeet-Beck. I knew I was going to mess it up. With Marble Life Grout Masters. He's also a BOMA board member. Renee Ware from Liberty Property and Asset Management. And Dean Morales with Heritage and Company.
So to start us off this month, we'd like to introduce Jason Clay with the Friedman Group and give him a huge welcome. So Jason, come on camera. Hi.
Hey, Susan. How you doing?
How are you?
Star. Good.
Hello.
How are you? Thanks for having me.
Well, we'd love to learn more about what you do, what the company does, a little bit about yourself. So the floor is yours.
Well, thank you. After 23 years in the property and facility management business, every day is a little bit different. And as you probably most of the people on this call know, it's a lot of solving problems and keeping people happy to some degree and buildings looking good. Friedman Real Estate Group is a private real estate firm. Has been, I think we're on our 37th year. David Friedman founded it, and we do first party representation of our own properties, and we also do third party management for various clients around the Midwest and the country. We also, I'm on the commercial side of the business, but we also have a large and growing multifamily business that multifamily seems to be, where a lot of energy is at in the future. So I like in my day-to-day role as a portfolio manager, I'm out there just working to make sure all the properties are looking good each day and running good, and tenants are happy and bills are paid and rents collected, all that good stuff. So, but beyond that, I, been a member of BOMA for many, many years. I do really enjoy the networking and the people that you get to meet in this organization. So yeah, that's my initial spiel. What other questions? I'm sorry, I'm losing my train.
No, that's okay.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
okay. So, tell us a little bit about your family, where did you grow up?
Okay. Well, I'm a born and raised East Sider, Macomb County, Clinton Township, and grew up out there, and went to Ferris State University, where I got a degree in facility management, which is not many universities or that even offer that kind of program. So I always knew growing up that I wanted to do something with buildings and real estate construction. Of course, I wanted to be an architect like George Costanza, but that didn't come through. But I still tell people maybe I'm an architect occasionally at a cocktail party no, I'm kidding. But no, so I just knew I always want to deal something with buildings and taking in, coming in cross facilities and property management. It's been great for me. Actually, I'm trying to coach my 19-year-old son into maybe getting in this line of work. So,
Awesome.
yeah, so, proud father of 3 kids and husband to my wife, who is in the automotive industry. So she's daily, I have to console her and keep her off the edge of the roof sometimes. But no, life is good. I can't complain. So, raising 3 kids though in this day and age is always feels like an ongoing challenge, and always making adjustments, kind of like this business. Again, maybe this role in this world we're in, we're constantly making adjustments and things that pop up on a daily basis. You just kind of go with the flow. That's been one of my mantras. You just, you go with the flow, you'll figure it out and make things happen. So
Perfect. And is there do you have any hobbies or anything that you love? Okay, my question is I know you went to Ferris, but Michigan State versus U of M, which one?
that's great. Yeah, I'm right down the middle. I got a lot of friends and family that gone to both schools. And yeah, I tend to I guess it depends on the sport or the actual game. But I was pretty proud of Michigan being the national champions this past year. That's for sure. So Ferris
Okay.
State though is
I
back-to-back
know.
national champions in football. And when I went there in the 90s, we were back at conference champs, and we went to the national championship game a couple times, but didn't pull it out. But yeah, Ferris has definitely got a good, strong program up there in Northwest Michigan. So go Bulldogs.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Yes.
March Madness, who's your final?
That's good. Oakland University. I'm going to go with that. So yeah. I
There
don't
you
follow
go.
college basketball too closely, so I'd be just making it up, and I'm always rooting for the underdog. That's typically when it comes to who I root for. Even other than the Lions, I'm always trying to root for the team that is a little maybe under the underdog is I'm always rooting for. So
Hey, Jason, we got a couple questions for you in the chat.
sure.
One of those is, what is the craziest thing that you've ever experienced in property management?
Craziest thing. All kinds of weird things where, people are doing stupid things or illegal things on property, off property. There's definitely been working downtown for many years. You can only imagine some of the crazy stories or crazy drunk substance abuse antics that took place in lobbies or stuff. But I would say I think the one that comes to mind though more so in a lot of our vendors that work in this is a major flood in a 25-story building, call at 2:00 in the morning. And this thing was just gushing, and yeah, and the amount of exposure and the damage that was caused. But that was pretty crazy. I would say that was back in 2016 or something like that. But that kind of event when you had water on the top floor of a high rise is that was the craziest, I would definitely say. So
Wow, wow. And, working with your company, what is the best part? I mean, we know it's grueling, but what's
yeah.
your favorite part of that?
Yeah, in all honesty, it's the varying different kinds of people and the wide range of people I get to deal with, from the guys working on the buildings to sometimes the CEO of the tenant to our individual team members and just all the various tenants and people. Yeah, I like the variety of people I get to interact with on a daily basis, and being able to build those relationships is something I enjoy doing. And I think is, besides the nuts and bolts of this business, it all comes down to relationships and how you handle tenants and coworkers and contractors and you name it. But, tenant relations is one of our big focuses. And yeah, I enjoy interacting with the various stories. And again, the people I've gotten to know over the years and exposure that I've had to different things that I never would have had. Meeting the people for sure is by far the number one thing. And the varying people. So
Well, and I know you mentioned earlier, about being a part of BOMA. Um, how is, besides networking, how has BOMA helped you in what you're currently doing?
yeah, obviously throughout the years, different courses. I unfortunately haven't finished my RPA, but I'm halfway there, and I need to get back on that. But I definitely all those great Mike Lauhoff courses that I took in the past. There's no doubt that I gained knowledge from that. I definitely the different people and the various vendors that you just meet and build relationships with has been huge. And it's also helped me get some jobs throughout the years. And I've always said, BOMA is um, you want to be filling the cup when you don't need to drink from it right at that. So if that makes any sense, it's an organization that you can't just show up when you need something or do, it's definitely something that you got to be part of it. And again, a lot of great people that you get to meet over the years. And yeah, I enjoy that. But I would definitely think BOMA just kind of just being in the pulse of this kind of niche industry that we're all touching, this, sizable metro market, but it's also a pretty small market too at the same time. So I enjoy being able to see a lot of the same people that I've been working with for years, So
Perfect.
Well, Jason, you gave me a great segue there. We have 5 BOMA courses happening this year in 2024, starting the first one here in March 25. So if anyone's interested in finishing that RPA, go to our website and you'll see all the registration material there.
sounds good. I'm committed to getting back in that this year, Rick. So I don't know if I'll be in that particular class, but I'm on it. So all right.
And out of all the events that you've been to, what is maybe your top 2 favorite events? Besides doing BOMA talks.
BOMA talks, yes.
Yeah. So what are 2 and 3?
Yeah, I've always loved the joint economic in the past that I've gone to them over the years. Those were always insightful. But hands down, I mean the May 5th Eastern Market event with BOMA. I mean, that's really a great event. You see lots of different people, a lot of good swag. I'm a swag hound, so I'll take whatever tchotchkes you got. I enjoy that event a lot and get to see a lot of good people. So, but the joint economic stuff is also been really good over the years. Been some really good ones. So, but
Golf outing? Do you
oh,
golf?
golf outing too. I'm not the biggest golfer. Golf outings are great. Absolutely, yeah. BOMA's always done great golf outings, so I'm definitely, yeah, those would be it for sure.
And then if there is just one takeaway, because I know we're getting towards the end of your time, could you just summarize again, for those that have just joined, what your job is and the company so that, people can understand exactly maybe how they could help or, what the company actually does again?
Yeah, Friedman is a full service commercial management firm. We from property management, all the back of house accounting and financials, third party, first party receivership, special needs scenarios. We're there to help, due diligence on potential deals that may arise with our various partners. But my day-to-day role as a regional portfolio manager is just managing a basket of properties of various size and scale and class, and and just keeping them running every day. So that, I work with a great team of people that we're all, working together to solve whatever problems popping up that week. If it's not our internal mechanical team to outside vendors, but so yeah, just taking care of, and I've always saw this role as pretty much your caretaking, from physically to emotionally to the financials. It's caretaking all that stuff. So that's what I do in a nutshell.
And where's your headquarters located?
We're headquartered in Farmington Hills at 12 Mile and Haggerty area, and Friedman has multiple properties throughout Metro Detroit that we have offices at, but the headquarters is 12 Mile and Farmington Hills. So
Okay, well,
Yep.
thank you so much. We
Thank you.
appreciate getting to know you and know about Friedman. And if you could stay on to the end, we'd love to bring you back. And thank you for the time. It was great learning about you and your 3 kids and your wife, and
Thank you.
go Ferris.
Yeah, go
Steak.
Ferris. Thanks, Susan. Appreciate it.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. So we are going to take a quick break with a little BOMA message. So Mega Education Day is April 10th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and it will be located at the historic Marygrove Conservancy. We're going to have some fun earning certified CE credits while listening to amazing presenters. It's a day, and it'll be on a historic property. Lunch is also going to be served, so don't forget to register at bomadet.org to save your spot.
Okay, next up, we would like to introduce Kirk, I'm gonna get it right this time, Van Merbeck with Marble Life Route Master, and he's also on the BOMA board. Hello, Kirk.
Not bad, not bad. Much better the second time.
Yeah, I got it. I did like
Um,
Susan did, I broke it down.
First of all, thanks for hosting today.
Hey, no
Guys are doing
problem.
a great job.
Thank you. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Marble Life and Grout Master and what you guys do?
So we are a hard surface restoration and maintenance company. We focus on natural stone, architectural metal, polished concrete, tile, and grout. We also have a full service of overlayments, which most people would equate to flake floors in garages or in a basement. Truth of the matter, though, is those are just that's just one aspect of it. There's also marbleized and quartz floors and whole menu of them.
Now, do you do a lot of work with property management companies?
We do, and I can vouch for that Jason guy who was on before me. Actually, David Friedman and Stan Finsilver have always been very kind to us. Not only have we done their personal residences, but obviously we've done a bunch of work for them in their commercial assets.
Okay. And how long have you guys been in business for?
Well, I've been in business here in Metro Detroit since 2002. I started out one man in a truck just after September 11th in March of 2002. And so what is that, 22 years? 22?
I think so. Don't
Yeah.
ask me to do math in my head.
So Marble Life itself has been around a bit longer, since 1989 or 88. So I joined forces with them in 2007 after they had approached me and basically asked me to join the group and roll it out to their 45 locations. So
So I know I have a lot of bathrooms in my building that have grout. If I had someone new moving in or needed to spruce it up a little bit, can you guys handle cleaning bathroom floors like that?
absolutely. We're, obviously cleaning is a part of it, but, I've from day one, the focus has always been on restoration. Sure, cleaning and prepping is a part of it, but it's definitely it's a restorative process as far as you're only going to get so much out of a cleaning. We've always taken it to that next level and given you that fresh, brand new look. So that's always been the focus since day one.
Well, I know that is something that I could definitely use at a lot of my bathrooms because It's amazing how fast the grout can
Yeah,
get.
oh, absolutely,
It's
absolutely.
disgusting.
I welcome you to visit our website because you'll see a ton of commercial assets, especially here locally, from the Rensen, the Southfield Towers to, pretty much everything you can think of. And you'll see some of those before and afters of restrooms, whether it was a Kroger or or the Rensen downtown. So.
Well, I know I've driven by your headquarters a million times, but why don't you tell everybody where you're located?
So we are in Michigan here. We are located on 8 Mile, 32731 West 8 Mile. That's Livonia, Michigan, by the way. Out of Michigan, though, I handle basically the Midwest. My partner, who's based down in Florida at our headquarters, pretty much handles the South and the East Coast. So my focus is mainly on the Midwest, which would be Michigan, Ohio. We have full operations in Chicago that I'm a part of, obviously. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I also have operations in Seattle, Washington. I don't get out there very often, but we do have operations there.
I see that somebody typed in a question. What is the most challenging and best job you've ever completed?
Challenging and best job. So in the early days, in the early days, we weren't, remember, we started out, I left corporate America after 10 years and started out one man in a truck. So in the early days, we probably weren't as educated and informed about some of the processes as we should have been, especially when we were one man in a truck. And we had a situation in Ann Arbor, Michigan, in a residential. I had moved off the service crew and I was doing sales full time, because in the early days I was doing sales 2-3 days a week and going back and actually doing the service side of it 2-3 days a week. So I had moved off the service side and I was doing full sales. And I had a friend of mine from high school that I had hired, and he had trained, or he was in the process of training a couple guys on the process. Well, like I said, we weren't as knowledgeable as we probably should have been about our chemicals, and he ran into an epoxy on the grout that he didn't realize was there, and he was trying to figure out why he wasn't able to prep this properly and to restore it like we had been doing for the previous 4 or 5 months. So he proceeded to mix an acid with an alkaline, and it set off a storm cloud inside the home that set off the smoke alarms, and the dog went into a seizure.
Oh my gosh.
And we got very lucky that the homeowner had stepped away and went to the grocery store. So I got a phone call that this was transpiring. And keep in mind, I'm in business at this point at probably 4 to 6 months. So to my I'm on the road doing sales estimates, and these guys are calling me telling me that this mustard cloud went off in the house, and the dog's in a seizure, and they're standing in the driveway, don't know what to do. So basically I'm thinking to myself, I'm out of business before I'm really in business. But I mean, obviously everybody can try to tell you a few horror stories like that. That's in business, but that was probably one of the more challenging situations. Thank God the dog survived, and we ended up completing the job. We ended up getting quite the education on how to remove this epoxy properly. And she ended up being very happy at the end, but to this day, she does not know what transpired in her house while she was at the grocery store.
Good question. Did anybody give milk to the dog?
We did not. I was on the road
No
traveling down
resuscitation.
96, and these guys were in Ann Arbor trying to get this job done.
Oh,
But very fortunate that the dog did not die.
Yeah, it's very.
Well, we'll keep your secret.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
I have one other question. You mentioned you have a partner in Florida.
I do. We are headquartered down in Lake Mary, which is or Sanford, which is just outside of Orlando. And Alan Mayer and myself partnered back in 07, 06. I'd been in business for about 4 or 5 years. It's always, I mean, we're obviously very far apart from each other. So I handle, the Midwest, and, he's handling pretty much the rest of the country. But yeah, it's always, he'll show up every once in a while. If he gets up to Michigan, he'll show up at a BOMA event, but it's pretty rare. But there's a few people at BOMA that would recognize him.
And you got Michigan and he got Florida. I
Yeah.
think someone with a raw
Well,
deal
he
there.
used to be up here in Michigan with me when we started out, and then our vision was to grow this thing, and some things had become available down there, and he's more prone to the warmer weather. He's a little I always tell him he's a little thin blood, a lot of thin blood going through him. He can't handle the cold. So
Great. Well, thank you for your time today, Kirk. I really appreciate it.
absolutely. Hey, one more thing I want to
Yeah.
add, for those that are maybe new to BOMA, or those that are listening in, I was once that guy that was new to BOMA, obviously. I'm now on the board of directors, but in the early days, 18 years ago when I first joined, I was the guy that would show up an event. I pay my monthly or my yearly dues, and I'd be standing off in the corner wondering what this BOMA thing was all about, and why I was spending, $1,000 or $1,100, whatever it was at the time, a year to be part of this. So I would argue that that all changed once I got involved, and once I joined a committee. And anybody that's listening in that might be new to BOMA, I would argue definitely get involved, definitely join a committee. It'll change everything for you. And don't be that guy standing off in the corner trying to figure it all out like I was.
Yeah, agreed.
All right.
Absolutely agree.
All right.
Thanks. Thank you.
Talk to you guys soon.
So we're gonna have another little intermission here, a BOMA Institute course, as Rick mentioned earlier, towards your RPA, Law and Risk Management, March 25th, 26th, and 27th. You can register at bomadet.org. It's never too early to start thinking about the annual Toby Awards. More details to follow on registration to enter your building for the 2024 Toby Award contest. Contact Rick with any questions.
Thank you, Star. And now we'd like to introduce Renee Ware from Liberty Property and Asset Management.
Hello.
There she is.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
You match your background. I love it.
Thank you. I had to figure that out, but I guess
Well, Renee, thank you for joining us. And if you could tell us a little bit about your company, what you do, and then we can move into some conversation around BOMA. So I'm going to let you have the floor.
okay. Well, I work with Star here at Liberty Property and Asset Management.
I'm sorry.
And I'm a property manager here. Been here 28 years.
Wow.
Yeah, looking forward to a couple of more years, I should say. But in any case, we are a full service management company. We handle all day-to-day operations of our properties. We also have construction. We have our own construction crew here. And we also have our own brokerage firm, which is L. Mason Capitani. So we are a full service company. Let's see. I would like to say that the company of Liberty has been in business since 2012. Before we became Liberty and Property and Asset Management, we were Summit Property Management. And my manager, Al Shulin, he bought Summit Property Management after the death of our owner, and he joined forces with Mason Capitani and Jason Capitani to form Liberty Property and Asset Management in 2012. So basically, what or I just explained what we do here. We're a full service company. Are there any questions about?
Yeah. Yes, I have quite a few. So in, how many properties do you personally manage?
I personally manage 12 properties, and we have over 50 properties in, probably close to 60 now, because we just took on 6 additional properties.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're steady growing day by day. We can't just get one property at a time. Seems like we got to get 5 all at once. So, yeah, we got quite the portfolio.
And out of all those properties, we'll ask this a familiar question. What is the worst incident that you've had to deal with, and what is the best? How's that? We'll kind of do a good and bad scenario.
Well, the worst, the worst that a property manager could deal with is floods. And that's basically one of the worst things we have, because we can't just have a flood on one floor. The flood has to start on the top floor and work its way down to the bottom. So we have had quite a few of those. But I have had some challenges here. The one thing, I don't know what's going on today, but people are still in the toilet paper. I don't understand that at all. So right now, we are working on trying to catch those people that are still in the toilet paper. I don't understand that. I have that going on at 3 of my buildings, and I
I
think,
think you need some security cameras inside, right out the door.
oh, something else. We have staged ourselves outside of the bathrooms, outside of the doors, looking at cameras, but we can't seem to find these people that are eluding these cameras. But yeah, that's one of the things that is going on today with us. And one other thing I would like to mention, that I did have a tenant that was being chased by the Hall of Shame guy. So
No way, on TV? Oh my God.
yeah, running through the hallways of the building.
Rob Walchek.
Did it catch him?
Years ago, but that's one of the funniest things that we've had happen at one.
Oh, geez.
So,
I know you've been with BOMA, so tell me a little bit about your experience, the benefits of being part of BOMA, and we can kind of further go into that, of any of the events that you've attended.
okay. Well, I have been a member of BOMA for many years. I want to say at least 8 years, if not a little bit more. But I enjoy, most importantly, is the networking, the educational factor of BOMA. I am working on my RPA right now. I have one test. Yay! Take, not one class, but one test to take to complete that designation. And I have one class to take to complete my FMA. So
Wow.
looking forward to taking on both designations. I do enjoy the trade shows that they have. The one most importantly is the Easter market. That's the most fun one. I am on the committee for the Toby Awards, and the ceremony that we have every year in December is always exclusive and nice to attend. So that's one of the things that's the other thing that I enjoy most of all here at BOMA. And all
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
yeah, all the people that I have met over the years has been fantastic.
I believe we met at last year's BOMA, right, Star? Yeah, at last year's BOMA, yeah, but I don't think you weren't in my group. You would have, she wasn't in our group, was she?
No.
No.
No, no, you would have found me. I was on the roof hiding in the corner. I'm afraid of heights, so.
Yeah.
You're
So
referencing the Toby teams that judge the buildings.
Yes.
correct.
Yes,
Renee is a co-chair of that. That's fantastic. And thank you, Renee, for all that work.
Oh,
yes.
you're
That
welcome.
was fun. That was fun. It was, and are there any other events that you've been to besides that? Any of the golf outings or cornhole toss or anything like that?
Well, actually, I've been to quite a few events. I worked a couple of the golf outings, even though I don't golf, but I have worked, at the golf outings, serving the drinks. No, just kidding.
I'd be driving the cart. I'm with you. Right on the green. That's how I drive. So
yeah,
we do,
I have
go ahead.
worked
I'm sorry.
in the dining room portion of it and worked on giving out the gifts and things like that at the golf outings. And I've enjoyed the people that I've met. Time.
Perfect. And I do have there is a question, out of, all the buildings that you manage, are they still affected by, people working from home, vacancies? How has that been since, I'm gonna assume since COVID?
Well, since COVID, we do have some people that are not back yet. And but for the most part, most of our tenants are back, but they are reducing their space because they still have people that are working remotely and they don't need the space anymore. But that's the challenge we are facing now, the reduction of space as tenants are renewing their leases.
Okay, well, that's good. Maybe there's more of them are coming in just smaller spaces. So does that make kind of sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, perfect, perfect. So now that we know about where you work, about BOMA, what about you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I have 2 children. One is 37, that's my daughter. My son is 32. And I like singing. I sing in the choir at church. And I just like enjoying time with my family. Most holidays are spent at my home. And that's basically what I do. Um, I don't have really any hobbies to speak of. But work, it seems to be my hobby.
I was going to ask you to sing, but I won't put you on the spot so that she could be our intermission little soundtrack in between that. And any sports or anything like that do you favor?
No, I'm not a sports person. At one time I was when my son played football in high school, but after that, I don't watch any sports whatsoever. Yes. So every now and then I might get into March Madness or something like that, but I haven't done that in a while either. So sports is not really my thing.
I'm there with you. Only the Lions. That's it.
You say only the Lions.
Only the Lions I'll watch. So, I mean, out of your whole experience where you work, what is the best part working for your company?
The
Is
best,
it, yeah.
yeah, the best part is the tenant association. I like communicating with my tenants, good or bad, but that's the best part of my job. I'm a people person, so therefore I like communicating with the tenants, helping them out with their problems, and also geez, I can't think of anything else. Sorry
I thought you'd say your coworkers, but
goodness, you putting me on the spot now.
I will say if you ever need a laugh, call Renee or stop by her office because she will make you laugh within, I would say, 3 minutes.
Yeah, they tell me I am funny even though I'm not trying to be.
She is. The conversations she has with herself are very entertaining.
Oh, God. That's why I liked you. I knew there was something. Out of curiosity, how many property managers are there at your location?
We have, including myself, 5 of us.
Okay, and exactly where is the office located?
The office is located in Troy on Crooks and Long Lake.
Okay, and what is your favorite donut?
Oh,
Only because I brought donuts at one time.
well, favorite donut actually is the Krispy Kreme glazed donut.
Oh, okay, so next time I'll have to bring the Krispy Kreme ones. Okay, perfect. And with your children, are they, you mentioned you have grown children, any grandbabies or?
Yes, I have two granddaughters, 6 and 3. And they
Oh,
keep me
wow.
very busy.
Is busier than your tenants?
I'm sorry.
Busier than your tenants do?
Oh, absolutely. My goodness. I tell you, once I've had them for the weekend, I am totally exhausted. Yeah, they want you to do something every minute of the day.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. I must admit. I'm sure they keep you occupied as well as work. I don't know how you do it. Is there any, one property that you can think of that just was one that you just wanted off your books?
It's probably the one I have.
Well, let me
That she
rephrase
gave
that.
me.
Did you give Star a property that you did not want? And if so,
Luke.
well,
I sure did.
no, don't hold back though.
But actually, it was through another property manager. It was a property that I had, and it went to another property manager. Star just ended up with it.
Magically, it went to Star.
Yeah, but I do have one that I wish I could pass on.
She's right there. She's in my upper left
No,
screen. You
I'm-
could
I'm
just
done.
pass it right on.
I have plenty.
Hmm.
And growing up, what area did you grow up? Are you from Michigan or are you a transplant, as we call it?
No, I grew up here in Michigan. I grew up in Southwest Detroit, and I went to Southwestern High. So yes, I am definitely a Detroiter.
Okay, and before you were at Liberty, what were you doing before then?
So I've been at Liberty for 28 years. I'm trying to figure out what was I doing before then. No, I worked for an insurance company before I started working here. And that company, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but it ended up being Jefferson Pilot, which relocated to Greensboro, North Carolina. And they
Oh,
weren't
wow.
any of us. So the entire company was without a job. They didn't even take the managers with them. They just moved. And that's where they ended in North Carolina. And
Oh, wow.
I ended up with, well, not Liberty, it was Summit at the time. And I ended up there through a temp agency, as a matter of fact. And my sister was working for the temp agency. And there was a need for a position at an accounting firm, which was Earl Romans and Company. And I got the job at Earl Romans and Company. And he was the one that started Summit Property Management and buying properties. And that's where Summit Property Management came into play. So I started there in 1996. And then after that, Al bought the company, and he ended up joining up with L. Mason Capitani, and we became Liberty Property and Asset Management in 2012.
Well, I love how you say that name, Al Kippa. I just wouldn't roll off my tongue. Well, just to summarize for anybody that's joined us late, can you just recap on a little bit about the company, where you're located, and just a little bit of information?
Okay. Liberty Property and Asset Management is located in Troy, Michigan. We sit right at Long Lake and Crooks Road. And we are a full service company handling the day-to-day operations of property management. We manage industrial property, office property, and medical. We have our own construction team and our own brokerage company.
Awesome. And you forgot Krispy Kreme donuts. You got to add that in at the end.
Krispy Kreme glazed donuts.
Glazed donuts. Okay, the glaze. I'll remember that. Send me a note.
I got it.
Well, thank you, Renee. I appreciate you taking the time. I learned so much about you. Even though we met once, it's good to finally get to know you, and I know what kind of donuts you like. And I actually learned quite a bit about Liberty Property and what you do. And one day I'll be able to say Kepa what it was.
Yep, yep,
So,
that's our brokerage firm.
okay, perfect. Well, thank you for joining us. I appreciate you taking the time. It was great to know you and get to know all about the company. And I know I personally will be seeing you soon. So thank you for everything and being part of BOMA Talks.
All right.
Thanks, Renee.
Thank you, Star,
You're welcome.
Rick. And who is missing
So,
there?
oh. So right now we're going to do a quick little intermission with some BOMA messages, some quick save the date. So as everybody mentions, their favorite event is coming up. It's the trade fair on May 3rd. This time it will be Cinco de Mayo, even though it's May 3rd, but we could call it we can call it Tres de Mayo, and it'll be at Eastern Market, and we hope to see you there. We also have coming up on June 19th on Lake St. Clair. This sounds so exciting. It is the BOMA boat outing. I believe this is something new that we're going to be doing, so it sounds like a lot of fun. And then we also have the Spring Classic Golf Outing, which will take place on May 20th at Greystone Golf Club. So make sure you hop on the website. Registration is open now. You know, the golf outings, they always sell out. So just make sure you hop on early, and there is no spot to just drive the golf cart because that's my job. So with that, I'll let Star take it from there.
Okay, and for our final BOMA Talks guest for the month, we would like to introduce Dean Morales with Heritage and Company.
How you doing?
Good, how are you, Dean?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your company?
Well, I'm with Heritage Company, aka we're all known as Team Heritage. Everyone says, "Oh, there's Team Heritage." That's our mantra in the grand scheme of things. I'm the president and visionary of the company. Been going now for 23 years. Started at my freshman year of college. It's kind of what drove between soccer and entrepreneurship is what paid for my schooling. We are an EOS company. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with that. It's Entrepreneurial Operating System. It's we've implemented that 4 years ago, and to me, it's helped us be the healthiest, the smartest, and full disclosure, the most profitable company we've ever been in the last 3 years, which is pretty exciting for us. We are a landscape construction company. We also do grounds management, more on the maintenance exterior wise. So we're kind of your one-stop green industry solution when it comes to anything landscape. A lot of companies lately, it seems like they're trying to utilize more outdoor space. Actually, COVID kind of brought that on, which is kind of cool. A blessing in disguise. We need rooftop pavers. We need, places for us to congregate outside and have meetings outside. So that's kind of been a pretty big uptick on buildings for us. We are a statewide company, but 80% of our revenue is Southeast Michigan. So Ann Arbor, Detroit, I call it Lansing to Port Huron is our general service area. And the other 20%, you'll see us in Grand Rapids or Muskegon or St. Joe or Kalamazoo, but those are one-offs. But that's where the other 20% rolls into play. Yeah.
So it sounds like you guys do a little bit of everything. Do you guys do snow removal as well?
Absolutely. Yep. Most definitely. We kind of, we do that as well. It's kind of, I bought a company in 2003 when I was in college, and they were commercial application, and we've taken that and spun it in a way that, our contracts that we offer to our clients are like return of premium. So a lot of our clients say we need an all-inclusive contract. Well, I've kind of adapted a return of premium contract. So if you sign up with us, we actually allow it for both ends of the signee of the contract to have skin in the game. If we don't do it all, you get money back. If you exceed your insurance policy, then we're going to revert to a per push. But it's very transparent with EOS. We're pretty much an open book company. There's nothing that's hidden or fine print. Everyone has a number here, and so do our clients. Our clients know every week where they're at in the contract, what's going on, and our portal shows them date of service, where we are currently. Like, they could be on the property and they could just hit an app and say, oh wow, Heritage is here out, making the rounds. So we sure do.
I think we need to add you to our bid package.
Okay, love it. Yeah, most definitely.
I guess that would be probably our biggest concern is, when tenants are calling saying that they almost fell walking in, where are you guys at? And that's always, if you can get somebody to answer, to figure out where they are at. So that's always a big deal for us.
So we are definitely a zero tolerance type company. The ones that want zero tolerance safety 24/7, 365, that is Heritage. Clients that want to be in control of when we push snow, when we apply salt, it doesn't work for us at all. Usually they want something done when it's too late, after someone calls and says, someone slipped and fell, I need salt. Well, it's too late. So, and then we're all it's never a good situation for either party. So we're a very proactive company when it
What
comes to
property management companies do you do work for currently?
Well, there's Gardell's, there's JLL, we're primarily a commercial driven company. So full disclosure, from 2001 to 2007, we were a maintenance company. From 2007 to 2020, I took 100%, I'm gonna call it 95% of my focus to bid build new install. So since COVID hit, I went back to my passion, and I know our growth and sustainability and our vision is, it's no ifs, ands, or buts in our maintenance division. So we are kind of light on the actual property managers, hence why I'm at BOMA. In the early 2000s, I have all my buddies in the trades, the Allied, the Contis, like, Dean, get Heritage in BOMA like right now. But it just wasn't healthy for us. It was not a healthy and smart move. I really don't want to be good at a lot of things. I really want to, be healthy and smart about it. So it's more about the structure and the process. And now we're set up in the last 3 years, again, healthy and smart. I don't want to just say yes and then overpromise and underdeliver. Accountability chart is real important to us. You mentioned, if we can get a hold of someone. So from November 1st to April 15th, there's you will get a Heritage person live if there's an emergency, or the day before, if not the middle of the storm update on where things are going. And we're all about proactive communication. I feel like any issue in my life, personally and professionally, it's usually due to lack of communication or not enough communication. And I think that's we try to nip that in the bud as fast as possible. But most of our maintenance we've had for 23 years, and we'll pick up one-offs. But most of our maintenance accompanies all our installs. After we do a new install, we have to maintain it for multiple years, so either 1 to 3 years. And that's where we're really trying to grow our division and our maintenance side of things.
Where are you guys headquartered at?
Holly, Michigan. We actually were in Auburn, or Brown Road, Lake Orion, Auburn Hills on Brown Road. We had our 6 acres, and in 2020, I sold the 6 acres, bought 20 acres, 10 minutes up the road, and now we just built a whole new facility, and we're kind of busting at the seams already. So it's kind of we're actually in the process of looking for Detroit headquarters as well. That's kind of like our VTO. 3-year plan is to be based in Detroit. I'm down there. I'm actually heading there right from this meeting. So I'm down there 2, 3 days a week personally in our.
So you guys would cover Livingston County as well? Because I do have some properties there.
Absolutely.
Personal preference.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a
And so
selfish comment.
Yeah, right. So you're newer to BOMA, correct?
Correct. Yeah, we are just 2024.
Okay.
Yep, most definitely. So we have before, again, to me, it's about our accountability chart. We have Chris Auger, he's our general manager of our maintenance division. And then we just have our accountability chart done accordingly. I'm the president visionary. My passion is maintenance. My passion is marketing and people. So I'm kind of, again, able to now that we're growing and the structure is healthy and smart, I'm able to, take 50% of my time and put it into our maintenance division, which is our, no ifs, ands, or buts, our 1, 3, and 10-year target to grow. We're excited about it.
Are you going
Hey,
to
we're
be
we're
attending
excited to
the-
have Team Heritage
Oh, yeah.
as one of our newest members here at BOMA. And we're super excited to have you as a vendor at our May 3 trade fair down in Eastern Market. It's an opportunity for you to grow and for all of our members to get to know you as well. So Dean, I thank you and welcome you to BOMA.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
We're nice people.
No, absolutely. I've heard nothing but
Is that
great
our new
things.
slogan?
We're nice people.
Awesome.
Well, welcome to BOMA, and like Rick said, and we're glad to have you here. It's always great to have more vendors, especially when you're getting bid packages together and, you know, trying to get your numbers together for budgets and things like that. It's very important that we have, you know, a lot of people to reach out to. So welcome.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
What was the most difficult job you've ever had to do, and which one made you just say, okay, there's nothing better than that?
I'm gonna go with the 2020 COVID year. We do a lot of automotive work, like a lot of automotive. I can't necessarily mention the name, but
That's okay.
they took about a $5 million. I can remember money. They took $5 million away as soon as COVID hit for the year. Our team rallied, sold, and got in the backlog. We were like came out of it in 2 months. We're like, holy cow, we just lost $5 million of sales for the revenue for the year. We actually were able to network and pull our resources together, and we're able to get that $5 million back. And then September of the same year, 2020, that particular automotive company said, hey, Heritage, guess what? I need you to do that work now, and it has to be done by the end of the year. And we're a landscape company. Our spec ends October 15th. And that probably was the most stressful time in business. And guess what? We did it. It was we're not a big company. We're not small. We run on just under 100 people. But we're very efficient. So we did network. We're a big network, kind of a who not how kind of company. We don't think of all our competitors as competition. We want to like help each other out, help each other cross the finish line. It's one of our things, right? It's not I don't have a big enough ego, but I am competitive, but I also want to help people, you know, succeed as well. So that was kind of like the biggest, you know, most nerve-wracking thing as a business owner, to lose that much volume. And then for it to go away, then come back all in the same year when you're really already busting at the seams with COVID. Let's see here. The most aha, like this is what I'm in it for. Not necessarily job, it's the people. Like my team, I should say our team, because they tell me what to do at the end of the day. It's our team. I'm in it for the people. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's to, you know, just to build that type of culture at our company, that open transparency, to have that lifelong fulfilling career where it's not like dreading every day to come into work. I tell everybody, if you ever feel like that, I need to know immediately. Like, I don't want that to be that. I don't want someone to come in just not happy. To me, like, you only live once, so you got to be open and honest, and I want to help them find their next love and great if I can. That's real important to me.
That's great.
I have one quick question. We're expecting snow on Friday. Can I give you my home address?
Yeah, right.
This is crazy. So, yeah. No, maybe I'll give you a call for our subdivision. We definitely need something like that.
Yeah. No, most definitely. So HOA property managers, business owners, business managers, that's definitely our, you know, that's the one-off residentials is not who we are. That's does not fit within our wheelhouse.
Mine will.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So exactly. So residential properties within an HOA, most definitely. We don't say no to that. But
I'm trying here.
for sure.
Oh, God. Well, I enjoyed meeting you, and
Yeah, me
welcome
too.
to BOMA.
Absolutely.
I had no idea what you did, but Team Heritage, we will definitely remember that.
Perfect.
That's what we're gonna call you from now on.
Yep.
Team Heritage.
I appreciate that. We're excited to get involved. I agreed with Jason's sentiment earlier. It's like a membership, like you can't just show up. Once we like commit, we're committed. So I'm excited to introduce our team to your guys' events. I'm not good at golf, but I love the events. I love the social part of it. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to it.
Awesome.
You can ride the golf cart with me. How's that?
You got it.
But I'm driving.
All right. Perfect.
Well, thank you for your time. We'd actually would like to thank all of our BOMA Talks guests today for giving us insights on their companies. It was a pleasure getting to know everybody during this hour. It went by so fast. A recording of this month's BOMA Talks, right, Rick, will be available in our newsletter and on our website. And we hope that everybody watching today has learned as much as we did from our speakers today. So we'd like to recap everybody. So if everybody that was on today's BOMA Talks can turn on your camera. We'd like to thank Jason Clay from the Friedman Group. We'd also like, and I'm going to get this right, Kirk Van Vanderbeck. Oh, I had it written down the right way. Okay, that's a tongue twister. Kurt Van, thank you, with Marble Life and Grout Master.
Renee Ware with Liberty Property and Asset Management, Dean Morales with Team Heritage. And we
Yeah.
look forward to our next BOMA Talks on April 24th at 12:31. I am Star Masella.
I'm Susan Light, and we are known as Team Starlight.
Starlight.
We want to thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you guys next month. Have a great day.
All right,
Thanks,
see you
everybody.
too.
See you guys. Thanks.
Well, number 2 in the books.
You're still recording, Rick. Yay.
I'm afraid to shut it off.
You guys are really getting good at this.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
We're
We'll
learning.
get better. Rick, seriously, you can hit the stop button. It's still red.
While I eat my pita bread, I've been smelling for like the last hour.
My coffee's cold. You know what? The more we do this, the more